Welcome to Glasgow Apollo Live with Scott and Andy.
Good evening and welcome to Glasgow Apollo Live. Did that just go and pause on us there, mate?
I don't know. It played for me. I was digging it.
All right, okay, cool, good. It's all going wibbledy-wobbledy this week, so could be fun, folks. Good night, good evening, rather, and
Good night. Fiskerma!
I'm feeling better this week as well after last week's nightmare. So, look, eyes. I've actually got eyes this week. Last week I had like little red stripes because I was so full of blinking drugs. So how you been this week?
In the snow.
Oh, it was terrible, man. Terrible.
I've been all right.
Had a good
okay,
week,
mate.
Cool, good.
Good.
And,
good. I went to the dentist.
Oh well, major highlight of the week then. Yeah, major highlight.
Big trip out of the suburb.
Oh, very good, very good. And have they got the sort of 4-year waiting list that we've got here now for dentistry and medicine over there in Australia?
No, we have to pay.
So there's no queuing.
If you can't afford it, yes, you queue.
You die.
Your teeth fall out. But if you can afford some kind of dental treatment, yes, you can go right away.
Right. So what have you been listening to this week apart from the Apollo list, which is quite long this week, I noticed?
Nothing new. A lot of Frankie Miller.
Frankie Miller. Oh, very good.
A lot of Frankie Miller. But,
I was much the same, to be honest. I was listening to it. Well, I kind of, because of the Genesis thing, Genesis played their last gig this week, effectively.
Yep.
I think it was on Sunday. I was listening to that, and that took me, and also, it always takes you in different directions. And I ended up listening to a lot of Ray Wilson's stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The guy who took over for a wee while as singer. Stiltskin. And he's very good,
oh, yeah.
He's a great singer, and of course he's a Scotsman as well, which helps. But I enjoyed listening to him.
Does he live in Germany or somewhere now?
Poland, I think now.
Poland. Right.
Because he seems to have a lot of he's doing a tour just now, and he's basically touring Germany and Poland. So I think he's found his niche. But yeah, I've enjoyed it. It's been pretty good. So I just wanted to start the show though, Andy, with just saying how sad it was that this guy Taylor died this week.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it. Bloody awful. And he was I've never been a massive fan of the Foo Fighters.
No,
I like their sort of greatest hits, if you know what I mean. I think their albums are all of mixed quality, but I loved him and Dave's attitude and how much they love rock music,
Yeah.
And they were great, just brilliant advocates for rock music.
Yeah. Seen them twice. Don't remember any of that.
Do you not?
No.
Was that because you had a good night?
One night, I saw them here in '98 and
right.
at a little place called, little sort of Barrowlands-ish size, I guess.
Yeah.
Called Selena's.
Yes.
No idea. I had no recollection of that. I remember going in. That was it.
This isn't that long ago.
98, mate.
About a year ago, right?
It was when I got here, so it was my.
Yeah.
I think they used to we'd have drinks at work here.
Aye.
And I had drinks at work.
Yeah. I'm with you now. Right.
And then Spawn, he was looking at the chat here.
Yeah,
he was
huge talent.
He was a huge talent. He was great. I watched their last concert. You've stuck. And I've probably stuck. Well, I watched their last concert in Argentina. I think it was really good. I don't know if we're still on.
We are. It's my. I think there's a problem with the internet tonight. So forgive us if these little dropouts. I'm still here. So you watched I heard you saying you watched their last. Where did you go from there?
Oh, I just watched the last concert. It was.
All right, I see.
It was really good. Very entertaining.
Yeah.
Played the hits, so.
Yeah.
So. And then Perry Farrell come on and played. They did Being Caught Stealing. It was very good.
Oh, right, okay, cool. I remember him in the Alanis Morissette days, and then he was Sass Jordan who's one of my favourite singers, was a big fan of his, and she effectively got him into the Foos, yeah. And
I might have seen him in Alanis Morissette too.
Yeah, he did tour with her.
Because I saw them at Tea in the Park.
Ah, right. Oh gosh, yes, I remember that. So
in Hamilton.
Yeah, back in the day, right at the start. I remember those gigs.
Yeah.
Anyway, he'll be sadly missed. His enthusiasm was just terrific. Amazing.
He loved music.
Yeah, just loved it. So, big Queen fan as well, which is always something we'll approve of in here. So, just to remind everybody, if you're tuning in for the first time, we really love it if you could put your name and where you're tuning in from in the chat. Really appreciate it. We can see some familiar faces in. Doug's in tonight from over the water. Hello, Doug. How are you doing? John's in. Hello, John. You're back from your travels again. It's a shame you didn't manage to see Mac when you're over there, but I think Mac sent me a message saying he's coming on tonight as well. So we're having a few folk in from across the water today. Barry, hello. How you doing? You're not out gigging, mate. Where have you been? You need to tell us what you've been up to. And Bond's in. Hello, Bond. How you doing? And Tony's here as well. How you doing? And thanks very much for saying hello. So tonight's show, much as usual, but we're going to end with a band that, again, I said this last week as well, but this is a band that we should have had on loads of times and we have now. So it's I'm playing about 10 minutes of a clip from a band. It's going to be the Stragglers we're going to play tonight.
Good.
Because we haven't had anything from them in the 62 other shows we've done. So we're going to have the Stragglers. I think we played some of the video, didn't we? But we've not played any other music. So we're having some of their music tonight. So I hope you enjoy listening to them at the end of the show. But without further ado, I think what we should do, Andy, is get on with this and see who played this week in Glasgow Apollo history. Well, this is a bit of a good week, this. I quite like this week. It's really mixed, doesn't it?
Hold on. I've lost my bit of paper on the screen.
It's on the screen, mate. It's on the screen.
Yeah. Oh, I saw it. Right. Stan Keaton. Big Stan Keaton fan. Played Monday, March 26, 1956. Oh, and you've got a wee picture of him. Good.
Yeah.
It's like you've done preparation here.
I know, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Bit of a jazz man, wasn't he?
Jazz man, yeah.
I wonder what that would have been like at the Apollo.
Would have been odd, because they probably would have been. They should have been up in the dance.
Yeah, that's funny enough. That's exactly what I thought. I thought that surely they should be up
in clouds, up in the ballroom, up in the Apollo ballroom. Probably was. I probably just stuck it in there. Jethro Tull. Sorry, mate.
That's all right. No, that's okay. When you go, okay.
Sorry, what?
Sorry, what?
Jethro Tull and Taylor played Sunday, March the 26th, 1972, 50 years ago.
Good lordy.
Yeah. So that would have been flutes and, I was going to say spandex, but spandex wasn't around then. So that'd be, what was it? Flutes and tights and all the malarkey. After that, it was Glenn Campbell, Wednesday, March the 27th, and Thursday, March the 28th, 1974, with Diana Trask in support.
Who's Diana Trask?
I don't know. I didn't look her up. Who was that? Was that Ternanog?
Ternanog, yes. My system went away again there. Map dropped again there, so it was a bit late. Sorry.
It's okay. No need to apologise, sir. You are what you are. John Denver. What?
Heard of him. He's quite famous.
Yeah, he's quite famous. March the 26th, 1976. That would have been a great gig for Denver fans. Leaving on the Jet Plane and all that stuff. Country Road. Good songs. Good, yeah, big hits. The big hits.
He was a terrific singer. I thought his voice was lovely, actually.
Yeah.
What's that?
He had a...
That was a good song. You fill up my senses.
Oh, yes.
That was a good song.
One.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember it now. Fast forwarding through my head.
Annie's song. Annie's song. Is it Annie's song? That's the one.
Be. Yeah. Frankie Miller, George Hatcher Band. That was Frankie Miller's Full House. March the 26th, 1977. Gosh. I love this wee period of Frankie Miller. I like all Frankie Miller, but I like this one because I think that album was it The Rock?
I think it was.
He's doing on that one. Might have been doing that one. Someone will tell me if they're Frankie Miller fans. I love that album, and I did listen to Drunken Nights in the City a fair bit this week, and Brighton Town. Oh, he's got such a voice, great voice, and ain't got no money, but a whole lot of love. Great songs, great voice. Didn't listen to George Hatcher. Sorry, George. I know you're desperate for that 0.00 cents that I would have made for you from Tidal. PAL, Pace Ashton Lord Band, played March the 30th, 1977, and Bandit in support. I listened to a bit of their Jack McCafferty. Jack McCafferty put up a little rescued recording yesterday from there. I had a little listen to the first 3 tracks. Pretty good. It was like... It was quite... Obviously, it's quite like the Deep Purple-ish, because it had the big, John Lord giving it plenty hammered organ, but it was all right. It was good. A bit funky places, a bit bluesy places. What's his name? Bernie Marsden was the guitarist.
All right, okay. He's terrific.
So I think he got a...
No, he's not. Oh, yes, right in the middle. In the middle.
Right in the middle.
Yeah.
Surprising the drummers in the middle too. Usually they're at the edge. Drummers and bass players at the edge. Thank you.
Is that Mickey Moody on the right hand side? It's not, is it?
No, it probably is not.
Looks like him though.
It might be. It looks like him. The moustache and the hat. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, here's John McCallum, Diana Trask, Australian-born country singer, popular in the USA. Thank you, John.
Yeah.
Thank you, John. I think I must have listened to her last year. Pretty sure I did. Okay, so that Pace Ashton Lord, it's worth a listen. I'd give it a go if you like sort of Deep Purple-y Uriah Heep type Hammond organ based guitar music. Rock music, sorry. James Last, 2 nights, March the 26th and March the 27th, 1979. That would have been a festival of fun, I think. I can't remember what James Last did, but I'm pretty sure if I heard it, I'd go, oh, that's James Last.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sure there was a household with James Last records in their possession. Did you have one? You probably had one. Your mum and dad had one.
Oh, they definitely did. More than one.
Yeah. But remember, I had one, a weird one, and I was like, James Last. Doing stuff. Yeah. playing cover versions. Motorhead and Girls' School played a deafening show March the 28th, 1979.
That'd be a good laugh.
That would have been a good gig. I think I saw reports of deafening.
Yes.
Killed
they actually went quite well together, those two, didn't they? I mean, the songs they did together were good. And Kelly, I thought Kelly was brilliant. I thought she was a really good front person. She really was good.
Yeah. No, they're well matched.
Yeah.
Although Girls' School weren't as weren't as at least Moorhead, but they went together.
Yes,
there was a crossover. Oh, here's John Denver up again.
Mm-hmm.
following on from a successful tour the last year, 2-3 years ago. So he decided to come back, March 30th, 1979. 43 years ago. How can that?
He died in a plane crash, didn't he?
He did, yes.
That's such a shame.
Yes. I think was he flying it?
I don't know, mate. I don't know.
It wasn't a big plane. It was a wee plane. Andre Crouch and the Disciples. Oh, I remember listening to them last year. I thought they were all right, actually. Religious, sort of spiritual music.
Yes,
it's quite good stuff. Good music's great. Not sure about the message, but the music was good.
Yeah.
Leon Patillo. Can't remember him, but March 29th, 1980. Good gig, probably. Stiff Little Fingers and Another Pretty Face played March the 30th, 1980. I really should have listened to Stiff Little Fingers this week because I do like them.
Yeah,
I think
they're
as they say here, a tops band. Tops. They probably don't say that now. That's probably an old reference. But they're a good band, and I do like their rock pop stylings. Another supported by Another Pretty Face. Okay, Pat Travers and Gerald played March the 30th, 1980. Pat Travers is all right. He goes well. He does the rock thing, and probably had Mr. Big Drummer in there, Pat Torpey drumming away.
Yes.
Brilliant drummer as well. Gerald probably doing. They were they a wee bit?
Yeah.
That was the guy from Def Leppard played the guitar, and I think, and Phil Lewis from LA Guns, I think. Trolling my Kerrang knowledge from 30,
yes,
from 40 years ago.
Yeah. They were kind of they played a few gigs, didn't they, as a support act, and they were on the circuit for quite a long time. They worked hard. I wasn't so keen on their image. It seemed a bit just odd.
Well,
didn't quite
pretty going for an American.
it was an American look, wasn't it? And I think there's quite a lot of folk liked them. I mean, there was quite a lot of folk used to go and talk about them.
Yeah,
but it's one of these. They're one of those bands that never quite got there. Never quite got there.
Yeah.
But
what was it? I joined this group on the Facebooks called the Heathery Bar Facebook group, and it was quite funny, quite interesting. Someone posted their tickets from. Did you hear what I was saying about the Heathery?
No, I never did.
All right,
sorry.
No. I joined this Facebook group from the Heathery, and it was interesting seeing someone had posted up some pictures, quite like similar to the Apollo stuff. They posted up pictures, and there was some funny band. I was like, oh man, I must have been at that. Was it that? Good.
You probably were. You probably were.
Like Palace.
Aye.
Frankie Miller. I'm pretty sure I saw Frankie Miller there a few times.
Yeah.
And it was 1985 or 4. So
yeah.
It was good. It was good stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I missed a lot of those gigs because I was in Edinburgh, remember?
Yeah, but you got to see stuff in Edinburgh, mate.
I did.
So you got to see more than us because we just saw them at the weekend. Steel Eye Span played March the 30th, 1980. Good band, Steel Eye Span. Folky, rocky folky. Careful how you say that, mate.
I think they're still playing, aren't they? I think they're playing local to me quite soon.
Oh. Why wouldn't you?
Well, I might just go and see them because why not? You know,
they do what they do, and they do it well. Slade, supported by Vardis, March the 26th, 1982.
Vardis, gosh.
Slade would be screaming their head off. But was that when they were starting to do that? That big single they had, it was sort of Run Away, was it?
That's right. It was, mate. It was.
Yeah.
Run away. Yeah. When was that? 80? No, I don't know if that's a wee bit. It might have been. It might have been. I'm sure somebody will tell us.
Yeah, that was good. I quite enjoyed that period of their kind of Celtic inflected that tune.
Aye.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, it was very much so. Aye, it was a trot,
Yeah.
wasn't it? It was like yeah, no, it was
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, anyway, and UFO played Socrates. UFO played Socrates, played April the 1st, 1983, and they would have been rocking out with Only You Can Rock Me, Doctor Doctor classics.
Yeah.
Good. I like UFO.
They were brilliant live. I loved them live. They were fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think I'm sure I've said this before. I think they're one of the most underestimated, underrated bands from that period because they got quite big, didn't they? They did okay.
Oh yeah, they did.
A good,
they did.
Decent career, but they were actually. I thought they were brilliant songwriters. And
Yeah.
some of their music is just gorgeous music. That
Yeah.
is crossover music. You know, a lot of folk would like it if they heard it. I'm sure, but they were always just never quite. No, never quite. I think they got a good living and they're still going.
Yeah.
But
I think
they stopped?
This is the last year. This
Aye.
is their retirement fund. They just did a tour for. So that was April 1st, 1983. Shakin' Stevens, March the 27th, 1985. Peak Shaky era.
Yeah.
So he would have had them dancing in the aisles there.
Yes.
Behind the green door. Good. Yeah. I did listen to Shakin'. I told you that he must have done it a couple of weeks ago. So I did listen to Shakin' Stevens album. It was all right. It was rock and roll.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with rock and roll.
No.
Foster and Allen, were they Irish? Yes, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, that must be a recent picture because that looks like a fancy guitar.
That's quite a nice guitar, isn't it?
Look at the state of that accordion. That's
Yeah.
top notch.
Aye.
That's your Rolls Royce.
Yes.
Of accordions there.
Yeah. Do you ever, if you put on Sports Scene on a Saturday, right, and you go through the usual.
Oh, you disappeared. Attack at me, yes. Very nice guitar.
I was just saying there that if you Sports Scene and you go through the pain of being a Hearts fan every week, and then you watch. Oh, geez, what's going on here? We're having fun this week, aren't we? And if you leave on the Radio Scotland by mistake, there's this teuchter program comes on. The whole show.
Yeah.
And
Take the Floor, is it?
I don't know what it is. I can't imagine anybody listens to it. I mean, it amazes me there's not a rock show, but they still have time for Foster and Allen on Radio Scotland.
I fall asleep sometimes to Sports Scene. Right. Sports Sound, actually, on the radio. Sound, Sports Scene on the telly.
On the telly. Sorry. Get my details.
That was confusing for me. I was going, what? I don't get to watch Sports Scene. Jeez. But after I've had enough of the due to rights restrictions, this show is unavailable is only available in the UK because you don't get that. I get it because I'm in Australia. Yeah. I hear it, sometimes just let it go, and after a wee while it goes. Take the Floor. That's right, Barry. Take the Floor.
Yeah, Take the Floor.
And then after that is Pipeline, which is. I mean, I quite enjoy it. I quite enjoy a wee blow on the bagpipes.
I'm happy with the bagpipes. It's just, I always think you get this sort of teuchterish guy going, well, hello, we're going to play the classic piece by
I think, no.
Diddle, diddle. Fucking hell, you think.
I quite like that. And here we have a track. We have a track from George McClumferty and his all-star band. It's good. It's fine. I don't care. People like it.
I know folk like it. Yeah, it's just I find
it. You don't like it.
It's not that I don't like it. I mean, I kind of I don't like it particularly, but It's the fact that it's still on the radio, and yet there's not a rock show, there's not a punk show, there's not a, and it's like,
Fair enough, aye.
they have that sort of music on, but they don't have the sort of the other genres on. It's just
And
it's a bit
I
weird.
guess it's on a Saturday night as well.
Aye.
Sort of peak hour Saturday night. So
Exactly that. Yeah. So here, let's have
Yeah.
the Jukers on, recorded live in a wee hut in Benbecula. Diddle, fucking
I
hell.
don't think it'll be a wee hot, mate. They're bossy.
I bought it. Aye. So it's not an anti-teuchter music. It's I wonder how they can do that, and they kind of have a rock show or a punk show.
Yeah, quite right. Aye.
No,
Well, maybe
bizarre.
they think it's catered for by BBC Radio 2.
Aye, and the Max and all that other stuff, I guess.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
on muscle. But anyway, okay.
Pete says it's a disgrace.
Oh, well, I think you're right, Pete. No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Well, he's agreeing with you, so you think he's right.
Aye, well, of course you do. But it's just odd. I just think it's odd more than anything else. I just think it's odd that they have like that really, really, really niche music. That, I mean, how many records does Uncle Chuchty Buchty sell for live in Benbecula as opposed to Iron Maiden or Deep Purple or Stiff Little Fingers or it is odd. Anyway.
Fearing Toon Hall, right? Okay.
There you go. Yeah.
Thanks, Barry. Oh, Barry must be an aficionado of the show.
Yeah, it sounds like it. He's been on tonight.
Come
It's
on,
Barry
Barry.
and the Hoochters. So yeah, call out to Radio Scotland.
Barry likes all music. I think
He does. He does.
Yeah.
So let's have a wee look and see what's been happening on the socials this week, mate.
Oh, okay. Nothing's happened. Facebook's doing nothing. Oh, and you've died. Your feed has died. So I don't even know if I'm on. Right. Okay. Active members 6,763. 6,673 or 6,763 active members. Posts 26, although that seems a bit low. Comments 565. Reactions 1,881. And 26,760 people viewed. We've now got 11,244 members, and we had about 30 new members last week. So thanks very much for joining, posting up your tickets.
There's been a lot of that this week. It's been quite nice seeing some tickets going up. I like that.
Yeah, some nice pictures as well. Some Rush pictures here. I'm looking at.
I noticed that. That was very good.
Yeah.
I used that as the placeholder for tonight because I thought it was quite cool.
Okay.
There was another one. I think it was it Howard? His name, let me just check. Yeah, Howard Young posted the when he met Suicide who were supporting the Clash.
Oh yeah.
And, I don't know if you saw it, but let me just show you this. He posted Suicide's autographs, and they were really, really what a mess. And then I'm
looking at it now.
You seen it? Yeah, I'll put it on because it was quite funny, I thought. And then somebody else posted.
It says, "Are you going to put it?" It says, "To Howard, thanks, man. Alan Suicide, Marty Suicide."
So
okay.
There was that one, and then
how fortuitous to meet two guys. Maybe they're brothers, but if they weren't, that'd be unusual to two guys called Suicide. Meeting and joining a band called Suicide. Wow.
Yeah, there's something funny going on there, I think. But
that's great. That's great that they got it in that book. Brilliant.
And then the Rush picture, which I don't know if these are from the Apollo. These pictures, I don't know if you saw them, mate. I've got them here.
I did see them.
Pretty cool pictures, and that was Jim Carr that posted them, and he was talking about he met them at the Albany and got their autographs.
Yeah.
And there's a whole load of other folk.
There's Queen and Van Halen.
Aye.
Oh. Whitesnake.
I saw that picture as well. Yeah.
Is that Triumph? Or is that Rush? No, it's Rush.
I think it's Rush. Aye, I think it's Rush again.
Oh, very good. And, excellent.
And then the one other one I thought, and it was Boots that posted the Kid Creole thing. I thought that was quite interesting because I've heard such conflicting reports about that gig. Some folk think it was one of the best gigs ever at the Apollo, and another lot of folk think it was one of the worst gigs ever at the Apollo.
Different viewpoint.
Yeah, and there are photographs from the Apollo of that gig, and I've seen them, but I cannot blink and find them. There's a set of black and white photographs, and it looks amazing. I mean, it looks really, like quite a show. But I think some folk think that certainly comments were that they didn't play any of their hits till near the end. So I think a lot of this is very stereotypical, but I think a lot of girlfriends took boyfriends, and the boyfriends weren't quite so sure about what was going on until the end.
I listened to the live album a while ago. That must have been last year, but it was great. They're a brilliant band. Top musicians, top singers. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing that sort. I've not seen anything like that ever. I think Mother Half Samantha would like it. That's the sort of thing she'd like to go to.
Dance music.
Music, yeah.
Oh, Butch went. He says it was amazing.
Yes.
Well, he posted it, so I'm guessing
he would.
Great.
I'll just show everybody that picture you were talking about here about all the other. This is from Listen, and I remember getting into Listen to get the. I couldn't afford the photographs.
I could never afford a photograph, mate. 10 bob only got me into the town, so I didn't. 10 bob? 10 bob. Pocket money. Had to save up to get into town. Yeah.
This is driving me nuts. I'm sorry, everybody.
It's all right.
It's just so annoying. I just wanted to show. There you go.
It's okay.
So, who do you reckon that is? Do you reckon that's Triumph? The guy.
It's Neil. It's Neil. Yep. At the back.
Oh, so it is. Gosh, so it is.
So that's Alex Lyson.
Yeah, it's Alec. Good grief. Very good. That's terrible. You think I would recognise bloody Rush, favourite band and all that. But, anyway, so that was on the socials. I thought it was pretty good. And Barry's saying he saw them in Edinburgh. Ben Beckler getting 2 mentions in one day. My Parents' Home, the classic Dark Island, was written by about Ben Beckler by a school friend of my father. Yeah, I had a girlfriend from Ben Beckler, Graham, so I'm probably slightly indoctrinated with it. It's quite a place. It's quite a place. But it was I've hung again. This is getting too much to do.
You haven't.
No,
you're fine.
I'm getting the wee thing saying I have. So
no, you're fine.
And here's Pete saying, I used to be one of those punks that hung around Listen. Yeah, must have seen you, mate, because we were there. I mean, I think we used to go into Glasgow every weekend or every second weekend, maybe. As often as we could, anyway.
Yeah. 10 bob
didn't always stretch.
Didn't get stretched a train trip to Glasgow. Yeah. I think I maybe just got a bus to Wishaw. That was my expeditions.
Yes, but
round sounds.
I remember round sounds. Magnum sounds as well. The equipment shop. We used to go in there and fiddle with the guitars, and the guy knew we could never afford it. But he was quite nice to us. He was quite nice to us.
Yeah. He's good. He was good, Ted.
Ted. I think he sponsored Paul in Gun for a while, didn't he?
Sponsored. I think Paul McManus was in a band that they were in. They used to do covers and all that.
Ah, right. Okay. That's what it was.
The Brick Band. Is that the name of it?
Oh, I don't remember that. I don't remember that, mate. Don't remember that. Yeah. Anyway, so that was a social. So it was pretty good. It was good this week. I quite enjoyed it. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Good stuff that I'd never seen.
And I always say this frequently, but I mean it. I mean, when you see the guys who have never found the site before, I don't know how they manage that, but I mean, they've not seen it, and then they click onto it, and you can hear the enthusiasm coming out of it. It's magic. It's just magic, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, really appreciate that. So for all the new people,
here's someone here saying, 42. This is Ian White.
Uh-huh.
I think, I don't know if he's a new member, but he's a Foo Fighters fan. 42. He's talking about Pat Travers. He said it was. He said his introduction to Pat Travers through the Making Magic album, which was still superb. That was that gig. So he's posted his pictures of his tickets, which is
brilliant.
good. And can I mention the T-shirts? Is it all right?
Okay.
Do it now. Right. Just had a couple of T-shirts taken down. They're not on that picture. They're 2 Clash T-shirts for some reason. So my advice to anyone wanting to get a T-shirt is don't hang about. If you want the T-shirt, get the T-shirt quick, because we had a copyright claim on 2 of the Clash T-shirts for some reason. There's other 2 Clash T-shirts still up there, but I don't know why. And I sent a message. Yeah, those 2. So I sent a message to the people who gave us the claim and said, "Oh, what's going on?" So I don't know. So if you want your T-shirts, if you like a T-shirt, order it that day, because it'll get taken down maybe. Because I've had a few taken down, Black Sabbath, and there's some I'm not even going to bother putting up. Like if I put them up, they'll just get taken down straight away. So I'm guessing the Rolling Stones, and possibly Queen. Queen will take anything down. So it's not that I don't want to do it. It's just that they won't. That'll just get taken down. I'll put it up, and it'll get taken down. Where's the Elvis T-shirt? Oh, mate, sorry, I couldn't get that done. I know he played. I should have put that up, but they don't. You're right, Pete. They don't mess about. They just. But there's lots of T-shirts there that are already got the same stuff that.
Yeah, so that's the frustration.
I had on it, and so.
Yeah.
And like I said before, I'm not doing it for the band. I'm doing it for the Apollo.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway, that's it.
Very frustrating.
It's not Capitol Records that it's a company that holds the intellectual property rights for them. They outsource that stuff to people who have got scouring internets and say, "Oh, they're breaking the law here," you know. But
does it mean that they've got the word the Clash copyrighted, so you can't use the word Clash?
Well, because I think it's not the Clash. If you use the word the Clash,
the Clash,
the words, or the words like, well, Black Sabbath is not a word not a phrase that comes up in conversation.
No,
I can see how you could do that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's just annoying that it's gone. But so if you want your T-shirt, if you see a T-shirt that's there,
don't mess about.
Yeah, you're quite right. It's not in that font and look, so it's not. It's not even in the same. You're right, Pete. It's not even the logo. It's just the word. So it's just sort of weird. If it's clearly, well, it's a ticket with their name on it, so it is kind of odd. Well, you can copyright a phrase though. You can copyright Black Sabbath, so I think that's what Pete's saying up there on the YouTubes. He's saying that. Yeah. So anyway, if you want your T-shirt, if you think, oh, I'll wait till next week to get it,
don't.
It might be gone. Yeah. All right. Okay, Pete. Thanks, Pete. You studied copyright lectures from. Pete studied copyright lectures from Harvard. Okay, so. Are you my go-to man for copyright breaches?
They're copyrighting something, or at least they're claiming copyright. And that means that they can take us down. They can take the shirts down. It does see. I think the problem me and Andy have both got with this is that it's inconsistent. It's just all over the place.
And because I looked at the list that the company had, and there's people on the T-shirts are there, so.
Yeah.
And they haven't taken them down, but they might now. So I don't know. It's just annoying.
Can I change the subject for a minute? See just behind Andy. See behind Andy. There's a window and it's open. The curtain's not drawn, and there's a blue fence. See above it, I thought that was a face. I thought somebody was looking there. That was my head getting the other side, mate. There,
Just
aye, there, aye. I was like, oh
What-
my god, there's somebody looking at him, but it wasn't. It was just a. It was a.
That green thing?
Yeah, well, the sort of red thing. I was just like my dad would call it an optical delusion.
That's a good thing. An optical delusion's fine.
An optical delusion, yeah. And I think Boots has already said, "Have you boys been on the wacky backy tonight?" Well, haven't they been? No.
Just up early.
Absolutely, but
Up an hour early.
So back to what Pete's saying, because it's interesting. This he's saying that
intent is important. Well, my intent is not to. It's just to. What is it I'm trying to do here with these t-shirts? I'm just trying to show my support for the Apollo, not the band. But
yeah, exactly. But that's the point that I think Pete.
Yeah.
And it does seem a bit ridiculous.
But I was wondering if a person had their own t-shirt and then put it on their own ticket, put it on a t-shirt, that's still the same, isn't it? But it's their t-shirt, it's their ticket, so
yeah. I think it's a grey area.
Do they own the ticket? Do they own the?
I
don't know.
I wouldn't have thought so, but
anyway, maybe you should next time you do something, ask them to take it down because they're saying something about the Glasgow Apollo. If they post something about the Apollo, I'll ask them to take it down. Take it down.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that's unreasonable.
Yeah.
You know. So anyway, let's have some music before we have a
get over this nonsense.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. Everybody can sense the frustration in our voices, I'm sure, but it's also a shame for everybody else. Right, these toe rags, the Stragglers. This is a band that are extremely popular in the group, extremely popular on our website, and
extremely popular in Glasgow.
Extremely popular band, and the music we've got tonight is from 1981, and that's right in the middle of the sort of when the Raven came out, which is one of their sort of that's a very famous album, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's quite. I mean, my relationship with these guys is quite odd because I was never really into them. These are one of these bands I didn't listen to because they were punks, and I thought, nah, I'm not into punks. I'll not listen to it. But when a friend of mine went to America in 1987, he gave me his whole record collection, and it had the entire Stragglers collection within it. And I've got the gatefold 3D version of the Raven, and I played it yesterday. And you know what? It's a bloody good album. For somebody who's not really listened to the Clash, it's a good album, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So anyway, there is a recording on the YouTubes. I'm not sure if it's on the Rescued Recordings collection. I haven't checked. That's run by Phil Stephen and Jack. But there's a very good 30-odd minute recording from this gig, and it is crystal clear. It's one of the better recordings I've heard from the Apollo, and it is a Clyde recording. He actually says at the start, after the first song, he says we're being recorded tonight by Radio Clyde, and he says hello mum, and gets the crowd to shout hello mum for him, which is quite funny. So I listened to this, and there was a couple of tracks just near the end. Now, and I'm not a Stragglers fan, so I hope I've chosen tracks that I know one of them is quite well known, but I do have a track record of getting this wrong.
Really?
Yeah, I do. So, nevertheless, I hope
if there's a song that no one knows, you'll find it.
Scott will play it. Yeah, but I think the Apollo audience loved these songs.
Yeah,
but then again, they loved the Genesis. Who was it I played the other day? Oh, the Cocaine, the Nazareth track that I like, and nearly everybody moaned at me. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this. This is 10 minutes from the Glasgow Apollo in 1991. The band is the Stragglers. Let's have a listen to this, mate. It's really quite good.
It gets me where I want to be. To think that then it will help me. And let me introduce you to the family. I love the family. I love the family. I love the family. He was the raven.
What do you think of that?
Ah, can't hear you.
Shut up the Apollo choir. You can hear how well it went down. See when
Well, that is that the last song before they came on and did an encore?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I think it might have been. I think it might have been, but it was interesting, wasn't it? Because it didn't sound like how I remembered the Strang.
Nah, it doesn't. It's more it's more Doorsy and more. I mean, dare say there's a wee bit of harpsichord in there at some point. But yeah, it's a good. I've just done. I was looking at. I'm on YouTube's chatting to. I'm on the YouTube's chat now.
Mm-hmm.
You only get about half of what Pete puts down in here. Yeah, it does. You're right, Pete. It does sort of sound like it's got that digital. Used to do digital. They've got that sort of 8-bit sound on the old computers there, but they were old synthesizers. But I guess they were old synthesizers.
Well, right at the start of it, really, wasn't it? Yeah. It was, but if you go into the YouTube channel www.youtube.com/Glasgow Apollo Live, and you look at the rescued recordings list, that whole recording is at the top of the list at the moment.
It's only a half hour though.
That's only half an hour. That's right.
But
it's only half an hour.
Sounds great.
It's really well produced. But I still don't know what I think about that. I mean, that first song that I played, the Introduce Me to the Family thing, that was the first single off their album in 1981, La Folie, and it bombed. It got to number 42 or something, and that was followed by Golden Brown, which everybody will remember, which was a big hit. I don't know if that got to number 1 or number 2 or something, or 3 or something. But it was a big hit. But I remember hearing that at the time when I was obviously just a kid, and I thought, I don't like that at all. And I think it was probably that. I think it was probably Golden Brown. Yeah.
I bought that in.
Did you?
I bought that single in Rutherglen. Because I used to go to my gran's on a Saturday morning from Pembroke to Rutherglen. I'd get on the train, and then I'd go and see my granny, and then I'd walk up from the station, go into the shopping centre there near the station, and there's a record shop just at the door to go up. And I remember debating with myself, going, can I afford that? Because it was in the bargain bin. And I was like, can I afford this 25p to buy this Golden Brown single?
Yes.
I'll give it a go. I'll buy it. So I bought it and took it and played it at my granny's.
Yeah. And did you like it?
Yeah, I did like it. Well, I bought it. I had to like it. Of course I did.
Yes.
I bought and paid for it. I was making sure I liked it. Yeah.
They're a band I want to explore a bit more because Raymond reminded me I got the name wrong earlier. I think I called them The Clash earlier. But The Clash and the Stragglers are two bands I just didn't listen to at all. Not at all.
Nah, well,
The odd single maybe, but that would be about it.
Well, you were in different
Different tribe.
different tribe.
Yeah, but no, I'm now really, but mainly because of you guys saying, you need to listen to them. Scott. And, there's someone else coming on. Is that me or you? You.
I don't
And
know how that happened.
it's misbehaving tonight, mate. It's all over the place. The internet. I think it must be the weather.
Right.
But it's freezing. It's 0 degrees here in the Cotswolds. It's really cold.
It's freezing here.
Is it what 25 degrees or something?
No, it's 15 or something.
Oh,
It's
right,
quite
okay.
cold for here.
It's cold for there. Last week we were
cold
all
for
out.
you.
It was taps off last week all week. It was 14 degrees.
One of the there's a guy, Alan. Oh dear, I've forgotten his name. Alan, one of the Apollo guys.
Mhm.
Alan, hold on, I'll find his name. Alan Baxter. He's over here.
All right, okay.
Right now.
Ah.
And yeah, he's going to have 2 days of sun. That's it. Monday and Tuesday, I think. So I think I'll go and he's in Sydney, so I think I might pop into town and meet him for a cup of coffee on next week if he's around. He's probably not watching this because he's probably hunkered down in a hotel going, I come all this way and it's rained for 3 days. It's rained for 3 weeks. True bugger.
Yeah, what a nightmare.
So I think he was going to come over and play in a band.
Oh, really?
Frankie's doing a gig in Frankie, doing a couple of gigs in Frankie's. So that's a dive bar here, which is sadly closing down soon.
Is that the pizza place?
Yeah.
That's a great bar. That's a brilliant place. That I thought it was a campaign to try and save it.
Nah, money talks, mate. Money talks.
Money talks. There goes another one. That's a great venue.
So they might make it. They might move somewhere else. But it was a good sort of good vibe in there. Great place. If you ever come to Sydney, you need a rock bar or a dive bar.
It's outrageous. It's brilliant.
Frankie's Pizza by the Slice, Hunter Street. I'm not sponsored by them at all.
No, well, we should be. We need to talk more about it one night because we certainly had a couple of good nights in there. But,
good.
So just to remind everybody, we're still getting together in June. I don't think even wee Nippy's done anything that can threaten that. So looking forward to that. There's still a few tickets left. Easy to buy now, www.glasgowapollo.com/tickets. I think there's about 6 or 7 left, mate.
And it's working now. All that. That's another thing this week. That was my highlight of the week. 2 hours on the phone to the hosting company.
Oh dear.
For them to tell me it was my fault, but it was their fault, and then they fixed it.
Right, okay. But it's working.
It's working now.
The other thing that Andy did, which is really helpful for the Zoom call that we have every week after the show, it's now really easy because it's just www.glasgowapollo.com/Zoom. And that'll take you into the chat. And if you've never been on that, it's a good laugh. We talk about all sorts of things, not just music, mainly music. I can imagine the Foo Fighters might be one of the topics for tonight. But we talk about all sorts of things. So you've been more than welcome to join us. It's lovely. There's been a few new folk have joined us of late, which I've really, really appreciated.
Good.
It's really nice to have new blood on there. So come along and join us. Now, next week, I'm actually in Glasgow on Friday, but I should be home by 9 o'clock, Andy, to do the show. So we're not going to postpone it. We're still going to go ahead. It just depends. If I get stuck in traffic, there might be a problem, folks. So we'll let you know. I do have something if we do have a problem with the traffic, I'm going to pull over and I've got something I'm going to put on the show that you'll all love if I don't quite make it. So there will be something here for you next week. It just might not be me and Andy, but we'll see. Hopefully it'll be okay. Because I'm going up to Scotland every month at the end of every month now for some work. So it'll mean that I might have to do a few. I should get away by 4 o'clock, and it's a 5-hour drive, so I should be fine. But let's. I'm not going to promise that I'm definitely going to be here, but should be all right. Should be all right. And if need be, we could move it till. I'm starting to cough again. Might need to move it till 10 o'clock or something, but we'll be around somewhere.
But
There'll be
that's
something on.
good. That means I won't have to be up for 6:30.
Just 7 o'clock. But so we can maybe do that every now and again when I'm traveling a wee bit. But let's just wait and see. I hope we can do it. So thanks for tuning in. This has been Glasgow Apollo Live, and my name is Scott MacArthur.
And my name is Andy Muir.
And for next week, I'm going to have a wee look at all this nonsense with the internet, and hopefully it'll not happen like it did this week. So thanks for being patient, and we'll see you next week. Good night, everybody. Good night. See you on Zoom.
Good night.
Cheers.